Hey guys, so we wanted to do a quick video to show one of the many meals that I have been able to make work for my diet from Costco. And almost all the things here can be bought at Costco except for one thing, which is kind of true to my cultural heritage. And I say that mostly because I haven't been able to find an American version of this. I'm Polish, and there's this one pre-seasoned product that we've been using whenever we have chicken, and it's these little papers that have the seasoning on them already, and it makes cooking so much easier, so much faster. And that's one of the things with doing this diet that my girlfriend wanted to make sure that we had, which was an easy way to make food really quickly. So for example, this one is garlic and herb, this is tomato and basil, and then these are a variety of garden herbs basically. And they all taste amazing. And I'm not sure if the nutritional facts are pretty legit, but I hope they are, because it seems to exactly fit what I need. Because the only American comparable that I've been able to find was a Stouffer's one, which was just mostly fat. This one says it's 4 grams of fat and it adds 42 grams of protein. Not sure how that all works, but I think that's awesome. And then this chicken that we get from Costco comes in a 6-pack over here, and it's only 1 gram of fat and 24 grams of protein. So it far exceeds this diet that I've been trying to do, which is double my protein intake to the fat content of whatever meal that I'm having. So it's pretty affordable too, which is great. You get 6 of these. There's only 3 here, but it's a pack of 6 for about 30 bucks. So it translates to about $5 a pack, and you get these 2 in a pack. And it's feeding me and my girlfriend. So when you think about it, it's $5 divided by 2, so it's about $2.50 a meal for both of us. And then I'll just show you how quickly you can prep it. It basically takes only like a few minutes. So what I usually do, especially when they're this thick, is I just kind of cut them down the middle as best as I can. And I'm by no means a chef, so this is gonna probably be terrible, of course. And I'm sure there's people who know how to cook that will be screaming that this isn't exactly how you should be doing it, especially since this is what I ended up getting out of it. Probably should have pre-cut it to make it look a lot better for you guys, but this is just kind of how it works out sometimes. You get a smaller piece and you get a larger piece. And let's see. I need to take a cooking class, I guess.
Please don't cut yourself.
I'm not gonna cut myself, but the chicken's not gonna look pretty. That one came out a little bit better than this one. This one's gonna be a hefty piece. And what I might do, because of how the papers work, I can just kind of trim this off a little bit to kind of even it out and put it in with this piece. And there doesn't have to be any issues.
Or give it to the dog.
Or give it to the dog. Because it's a really hearty piece of chicken anyway. And then usually what I do after that, once it's cut up, is flatten them a little bit. I don't know if anybody's timing me, but overall, very quick. And then this one I'll kind of try to keep together with this piece, like so. Flip it over. Tap it. And it also helps because it kind of creates these little divots for the seasoning from these papers. That's the best way I can describe them. Papers. It's actually papyrus, written here in Polish. Flip it over, beat it a little bit.
And these papers we actually bought at a Polish store in our neighborhood. We live in New York, so there's pretty much one in every neighborhood, but you can probably get generic ones at your local grocery.
Well, no, because I haven't been able to find them. Like I said, the only one I've been able to find is Stouffer's, and it's pretty terrible. So honestly, if you live in a neighborhood where there is a Polish store or deli, I bet you'll be able to find it. Highly recommend them. The flavor is great. And so once that's done, this is these breasts. That's the other thing about these packs of 6. Sometimes the breasts are really big, sometimes they're a little bit smaller. So in this case, they are it's a big one. So you can see that I'm not eating small meals. You know, I'm enjoying the food that I'm eating. And then I just kind of lay the paper on a sprayed pan. I fit the chicken breast, ideally as best as possible. There's the oven going off, ready for it. And close it, kind of tuck it around the chicken breast so it's as perfectly seasoned as possible. Take the next paper. There's 4 in a pack, so it works perfectly for this. Take the next breast. Right, these are breasts. And same thing,
Yes, they are breasts.
kind of wrap it around, set it on the paper like so, on the pan paper, papyrus. And then this one's a little longer. And yeah, I probably could have cut a piece of it and given it to the dog, but now it's kind of covered.
You can also do these on the stove, on a pan, but
Yeah, and it'll be faster that way too, even faster.
it is faster, but I get really frustrated with it. I don't like doing all the flipping and everything, so you just started baking it.
So the oven, 425, 18 to 22 minutes, works perfectly, and it kind of keeps them really juicy. And one of the things is also, you know, making it quick, making it easy. You know, a lot of the meals that we eat from Costco, for the most part, are just set it and forget it. It's like minimal prep work like this, right? Once this one's done, it can go right in the oven, and you wait 20 minutes and you have perfectly, you know, done chicken. And then as a side, we usually do the quinoa rice, which is pretty great, and maybe some peppers that we throw in to the oven as well with the chicken. Just cut up a pepper, throw it in. And again, all super affordable. The pricing comes out to, I mean, this whole meal is probably $3.75 a person. So, you know, that's 4 chicken breasts, and I'll usually eat 2. Crystal sometimes eats 2, but not always.
Not always. I don't eat very much.
And then once they're on, I just like to kind of tap them a little more, make sure that everything is on there nice and good. Tuck it in a little more.
And aside from the papers, we just get these all at Costco.
Yeah, so everything except for the papers, which again, if you have a Polish deli, or that you know is a Polish deli, that will probably have these in stock if you want to give them a go, and if the nutritional facts are to be believed. I don't know if something gets lost in translation, because it's kind of hard to believe that these papers somehow add 42 grams of protein to the meal, but maybe they do. And if they do, it certainly helps. But I know the chicken by itself is 1 gram of fat to 24 grams of protein. And just like that, it's done. I think that all probably took about less than 6 or so minutes. It's all prepped, and then it's all about the sides. So either some quinoa rice, chop up some peppers, and, you know, pop them in the oven, let them get a little roasted, toasted, whatever you want to call it, baked, and you have a great flavorful meal that's not limited to, you know, just chicken or this quinoa rice. Again, peppers are great. I found a wonderful barbecue sauce as well. I mean, this is our messy fridge, but I'm gonna have to clean my hands on this bottle. 0 sugar, awesome. Sodium, it's a little high. I mean, it's 290 milligrams, but that's only 13% of your daily intake. I try to keep the salt down as well. These are very low sodium. This is only 75 grams. I think it says it's only 1% of your daily value. These have a little bit of sodium to them. but I think it's also not relatively negligible. So yeah, gonna have
Show
to.
the Polish, even though I can't read it.
Well, no, they have an English
Oh,
one.
they
That's
do
why I
have
was saying that maybe something gets lost in translation.
Yeah.
But and then the quinoa as well is a 2-to-1 ratio, which is great. I think it's I'm gonna have to wipe everything down since I was touching chicken, and now I'm touching all these things, which is a bad move. Yeah, 3.5 grams of fat to 6 grams of protein. Works perfectly. Really tasty, really flavorful. I love it. So yeah, if you guys have the access to maybe these papers because you happen to live near a Polish neighborhood or a Polish deli, that's great. The chicken, super affordable, $30 for 6 of these kinds of meals, which again translates to, with all of this stuff, with the quinoa, and if you wanted to add the peppers, to probably about $3.75 a person per meal for 2 people. So it's pretty great. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed it.